Right on, we are back on the world's most comfortable couch, and we are going deep underground Gotham City, and we're going to look at the threat that Riddler poses in Batman Arkham Knight. I'm joined by Adam and Jody. Adam, you're the designer of these Riddler challenges. We were talking to Ian Ball the other day, and he said these Riddler racetracks are really going to push the Batmobile to its absolute limit, but it's a lot more than that, isn't it?
Yeah, they're more than a racetrack. They're more a puzzle. They're a racetrack and a puzzle combined. It's Riddler testing Batman's intelligence, trying to prove that he's more intelligent. And he's testing the Batmobile to its limits. He's trying to test all the abilities. He's trying to prove that he's the superior person.
Classic Riddler work. Talk is cheap. Let's have a look at it in action. So we've got 3 circuits, and as you said, there's sort of an intellectual challenge going on here. Talk us through that.
Well, you can control these coloured doors and these coloured walkways, and you can put platforms out in front of yourself. They alternate, so every time you press the button, you're in complete control.
Jody, how, as the environmental artist on this, do you create an environment that feels very authentic to the Riddler?
Well, I think the challenge was that...
Dude, you were driving up on the wall! Sorry, Jody, carry on.
So unfair. I think the challenge was that they were these massive tracks, and you do loop-the-loops and you drive up the wall.
Yeah, right
really
on.
Cool. And we also need like crazy hazards as well for the Riddler to take out the Batmobile in. So we took it into these big underground caves, and they're all based around Gotham water. So there's dams, there's crazy sewer pipes and everything. And then he's come in and he's bolted on all his Riddler craziness, and there's a lot of like robots lying around that have helped him do it.
Right on, Jody. What are your driving skills like that?
Okay.
Take the wheel, take the wheel. So Adam, give us some tips. I mean, you created this. This came out of your brain. When gamers get their hands on Batman Arkham Knight, what should they be really thinking about when they're taking on Riddler's challenges?
Well, they want to use a combination of the drift and the boost. So the boost obviously gives you extra speed. You can use that down the straights to get faster times. You can drift around the corners like Jody's doing.
That was awesome.
So it's just using those 2 things, and the Batmobile has a few more abilities we've not mentioned, but it's using those as well, going straight up onto the wall here to avoid the floor exploding beneath.
Yep.
Just things like that.
And these challenges are getting more and more difficult with each lap, right?
Yes, they change each lap, so the layout changes, more and more blocks become available for you to use. It's Riddler getting more and more sadistic with each lap, trying to take you out.
Good work, Jody, sweet work. And the Batmobile hits insane speeds, right? I mean, so this has got to be massive. Sweet finish, Jody. Like, what sort of a footprint do they take up?
Well, they're like the city, they're enormous. We have to build roads wide enough for the car to fit in and wide enough to drift around, so they take up a huge footprint. They're massive.
This game is huge.
It is.
Adam, Jody, thank you so much for your time. You guys are critical to finishing out Batman Arkham Knight, right? So I'm not going to take any more of your time. You guys have got to get back into the studio and finish this game.
Thanks.
So yeah, now we're gonna go to the next one, which is wheels. So if we look at the wheels, it says here, material advanced synthetic fiber composite. Diameter is 4 feet 7 inches, and that's 1.4 meters wide in diameter. It's pretty cool. Believe it means wide. It might mean you know, how the radius, I'm not sure about that exactly. Advanced all-terrain traction technology. So it's got advanced traction technology. Now we have the containment unit. Purpose, passenger transport. It's got space for 3 people. It's resistant to kinetic forces exceeding 4,500 lb square. So it means that it can actually resist anything that's very heavy, especially to the amount of 4,500 pounds. So that's pretty massive, pretty awesome. And then air brakes with regenerative energy mechanism. So materials, graphene, composite, actuator, high speed hydraulic cylinder. Stopping distance reduction is 78%. So that is pretty awesome. So let's just see if this thing will actually do it by itself. To explain more about the Batmobile, I believe we have already gone through it. It's not going to give us anything else, would it? No, it's not going to give us anything else. So this is what pursuit mode looks like. The wheels coming out is not as tightly, you know, folded in as you saw in the previous image. Then you have battle mode. So battle mode is when it's tightly, you know, folded in, and everything is just exactly, you know, tightly compact together. And I can actually zoom in. I didn't know that, so I can zoom in if you want. I'm going to leave the link in the description if you want to check this out, and then you can also tell me what you think about that in the comments. So this is what you can see the pursuit mode looks like. Wheels are folded out. Seems like this car is ready for some hardcore action, with all the guns at the top and everything just ready to blow out and explode. So that's pretty awesome. Well, I hope you enjoyed this episode. Remember to leave a like or a dislike, give me a subscribe, and I'll see you in the next episode. See you then. Ciao for now.
Thank you for watching. If you like my video, why don't you subscribe?